Hello everyone, this is part 6 of What If Naruto Was Betrayed and Turns Evil, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video and to like, to subscribe, to see more comment down below. Minato entered through the double doors to walk into the council room. Everyone important in Konoha was there, and everyone in the room was sweating bullets at the sight of Naruto. Naruto looked around and was surprised to see Kakashi, Sasuke and Sakura at the meeting as well. The three were behind a simple chair, but it was in the middle of room so everyone would be able to see him at all times. Minato and Kushina escorted him to his seat, and then the two took their own seats with the council, right in front of Naruto. Alright, this council meeting is now officially in session, said Minato as he stared at Naruto. Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze, do you know why you were called? He said in straight Hokage mode. I don't know, maybe to talk about the lies that you told the village all my life. He said with a smirk, making everyone look at the Hokage, still mad that he lied to them for so long. Why yes, we shall talk about that and then some. What everyone wants to know now is one simple thing. What is it that you want? Said Minato. What is it that I want? Said Naruto as he put a finger on his chin in a fake thoughtful position. He then looked back at Minato with a cold smile. Well, I want Konoha destroyed. Everyone gulped when they heard this, knowing that it would be incredibly hard to defeat Naruto if he wanted to destroy their home. Yes, well the people of the council wish to avoid that as much as possible, seeing as we do live here. Said Minato, can we offer you something that will make you change your mind about your previous choice? No, Konoha has done me wrong, so I shall be the one burning it to ashes. Said Naruto. You can't do that, yelled one of the civilian council members, you are in no position to make such a stupid action. Actually I am, said Naruto, surprising the man. Konoha has weakened since the invasion, still in a state of recovery. If I were to strike now, nothing would stop me, even your leader would die at the hands of my power. Please listen, Naruto-san. Said Inaki, we wish to know more about you to think of something to offer you to stop your plan of attack. What do you wish to know? I am done being silent. Said Naruto, crossing his arms and leaning back in his chair. Naruto's tails were swaying in the air, sometimes brushing against Kakashi, Sasuke, and Sakura. The beginning. From the day you started to hate Konoha to now. How you got so strong, your relationship with your team, your family, everything. Said Inaki. Well now, I can say for myself that we will be here for a while. Said Naruto. He then started running through hand signs, scaring a few people. Nine-tailed confinement seal. Whispered Naruto and the whole room glowed red. If we are to talk, then nobody is leaving this room until I am satisfied with what has happened here. He said with an evil smirk. This is outrageous. Yelled the same man from earlier. This demon doesn't deserve to live. The next person to yell out something I don't want to hear shall die. Said Naruto without looking at the man. Hokage-sama, call your Anbu to kill this demon. With all the high-leveled ninja here, it should be easy to. The man couldn't finish his statement as his head fell from his shoulders. One down, whispered Naruto as he looked Minato dead in the eyes. The council went into panic as they saw the head roll around on the floor. Oh my god, yelled one of the council members. Anbu appeared in front of Naruto with their swords drawn. You are under arrest for. Stop. Everyone looked towards Minato as he had his arms crossed as he sternly looked at Naruto. Anbu, stand down, he said. But sir, this demon has. I said stand down. Now, yelled an angry Minato. Hesitantly, the Anbu put their swords down and backed away from Naruto. If anyone were to make an action against Naruto, he would kill you easily. Don't be like that man whose head is now off his shoulders. We are at Naruto's mercy. With no way of escape, we can only cooperate with what he says. Said Minato with gritted teeth. The council meeting just started and Naruto already had the edge on them. Good call, said Naruto with a smirk. Anyway, my story starts way back a good 6 years ago. I was cornered by a mob of people and beaten within an inch of my life. I truly might have died that day. Some of my abuse is in this room right now. Said Naruto as he looked at Mebuki, Sakura's mother. When I fell unconscious, I met Kurama, or the Kyuubi, and she turned me into a half-demon and I killed all those people. That was the night that changed it all. He said as people started to get interested. While I was locked up, Kurama-chan took care of me. She trained me, helped me, set me straight. He said. What do you mean by that? Said Shikaku. Well, Kurama-chan started to get obsessed with me, and started to do things to a little boy that shouldn't be done. Rape, torture, anything you can think of she did. She wanted me to be loyal to her and only her. I was a fool for a long time and denied her love, but now I have accepted her and has given her everything I own. Including my mind, body, and soul. He said, creeping a few people out. A month ago you said you hated her. Yelled Sasuke to Naruto, people surprised at his outburst. You said that she disgusted you and that you wish you could break away from her. You came back to Konoha from the month break for the Chunin exams and it seemed like you loved her all your life. He yelled. It was during another one of her torture routines. Said Naruto, making some of the people flinch. When I tried to revolt against her, she set me in a genjutsu that messed up my already messed up mind. I finally accepted her as her lover. I should have done so earlier. She has done nothing but show love and affection to me ever since. Said Naruto. She brainwashed you, whispered Sasuke, but everyone heard him. She tortured you for so long and when you finally gave up, she snatched you up and acted like all the other stuff she's done to you never happened. I do no care, said Naruto with a dead voice. If Kurama-chan wants to torture me, it must have been for something I did wrong and I'll let her do whatever she wants. She owns me. Everyone just looked at the half-demon boy in regret. This is what happened to him for all his life. He has never done something for himself, always listening to the demon inside him. I shall forever be dedicated to Kurama-chan, for she was the one to reveal that I shouldn't trust anyone but her, put her before anyone else, even myself. I should protect myself from anyone that tries to harm me other than her. I live by those rules and she loves me for following her. Said Naruto. Is that what she has filled into your mind? To only listen to her? Said Kushina as she looked at her eldest. Yes, but what she speaks is the truth. I revealed what my corrupted family has hidden from an even more corrupted village. This place deserves to burn, seeing as it was built of the truth and vision of the first but has only progressed in lies and deceit from the people that has lived in this village. Said Naruto. The years I spent in that cell I spent training in my mindscape, Kurama-chan teaching me, molding me to be her perfect mate. A killing machine that only listened to her. The story goes on when I am assigned to a genin team. I learned beforehand that my team was going to be purposely discriminated and receive no training at all from our sensei, the only exception was the Uchiha. What do you mean by this? Said Minato as his eyes gained a serious look. Some of the people started to sweat as their secret would be revealed. It was said that one Kakashi Hatake should only train Sasuke Uchiha only on his team. The people in this secret meeting believed that if they gave Sasuke special treatment, then he wouldn't leave the village like his older brother. The people of the meeting also said that they wanted the demon receive no training at all, and that once Sakura Haruno was up to Kakashi to decide if she would receive training. Said Naruto with a smirk. What? Yelled Minato as he stood from his seat. Who called this meeting that not have my permission to be formed? Yelled and very angry. Naruto then pointed to the civilian side of the council room, and all them started to sweat. It's a lie, Hokage-sama. You must believe me that what the demon says is untrue. Said Mebuki Haruno. Sakura's eyes widened as she turned to her mother, the person who raised her. Mother, said Sakura, catching Mebuki's attention. Did you really do that to me? Your own daughter. You didn't care at all that your own daughter wouldn't receive training over Sasuke-kun getting trained. She said with teary eyes as she stared at her mother. Sakura, Mebuki said as she looked at her daughter's eyes. Mebuki couldn't take it and sat down, turning her head from her daughter's gaze. The look of utter betrayal. Do you see now, him? This place is corrupted as it gets. What's sad is that our own sensei agreed with this arrangement, seeing as the Uchiha was more important than his other two. Said Naruto, making Minato turn his head to Kakashi who was looking down at the floor. You really went along with this, Kakashi? Yelled Minato to Kakashi, not believing that his own student would do such a thing like that. Sensei, please forgive me. At the time I was a fool and didn't think that any harm would come from this. Now I know the stupidity of my actions and has started to be a better sensei. Pleaded Kakashi. You should have been a good sensei at the beginning. Said Minato. To think you would be so stupid. And you all. Said Minato, pointing at the scared civilian section of the room. Don't think I haven't forgot about you. You all along with Kakashi shall punished. He yelled, making them all scared. I can't believe that my village is this messed up. When did things get to be like this? Said Minato. Shut up, said Sasuke, getting everyone's attention. What did you say, boy? Said Minato with a death glare at Sasuke. I said shut up, he screamed, making everyone, including Naruto, stop acting like you aren't the main cause of this. Uchiha Sasuke, you will respect your Hokage and ask for forgiveness, now. Yelled Kushina. No, this man thinks that he isn't the cause of all the problems that has been happening. He can't even take care of his own family. Sasuke yelled. Anbu, arrest him, yelled Minato, and the Anbu appeared around Sasuke, but then a red shield appeared around Sasuke, blocking the Anbu from Sasuke. Please continue, Uchiha, said Naruto as he looked at Sasuke. It seems that you also have a reason to hate the Hokage. Damn right, said Sasuke as he pointed his finger at Minato. This is the man is behind the Uchiha massacre, along with his elder advisors. He yelled. Everyone went quiet as they looked at Minato, Danzo, Homura, and Kahura. What? Whispered Kushina as she looked at Sasuke. I thought that your older brother, Itachi Uchiha, was the one that was behind the massacre. He did kill him, but the Hokage and his elders were the ones to give him the mission to kill all Uchihas. He said. How do you know of this information? Said Danzo as he stood up from his seat. Simple, said Sasuke, my brother told me before he left. Flashback. Sasuke was on the ground, huffing from trying to fight off his older, Itachi Uchiha. They were surrounded by the dead bodies of the Uchiha clan. Itachi looked back at his younger brother. Why? Whispered Sasuke as he looked towards his brother. Why would you do this? To your own family. Itachi just looked at him with a dead look on his face. His was covered in his clan's blood, his sword in its sheath, but you could still see the blood that covered the handle. To measure my capacity, he answered back. To measure your capacity, repeated Sasuke, looking at Itachi in disbelief. I had to, Itachi said. Stop lying, said Sasuke, getting up from the ground. That doesn't sound like you at all. What do you mean? Said Itachi in confusion. I know that have been going through some tough times with father and your team. I know that you have had some troubles these past few days, especially when Shusui went missing. Said Sasuke, Itachi quenching his eyes at Sasuke. You've gone through, but the Itachi I know doesn't do things like this. Itachi Uchiha loves his clan, and the village of Konoha even more. So tell me why does something like this? Yelled the young Sasuke, surprising Itachi. Itachi closed his eyes for a while, and there was silence between the two brothers. Itachi opened his eyes and walked towards Sasuke. Sasuke, thinking he was going to hurt him, started to back away until he hit a wall from an old store. Itachi bent down to his Sasuke level, his Sharingan almost putting Sasuke in a trace. All of a sudden, tears started going down his cheeks, surprising Sasuke. He never has seen his older brother cry before. You're right, said Itachi with a sad smile. His tears almost hitting his lips. I wouldn't do this on my own accord. Then why? Why kill our family? Asked Sasuke. It was a mission, said Itachi, making Sasuke gasp in shock. The Hokage and his elders made me do this because the Uchiha clan was planning a coup against Konoha. Why would they do that? Asked Sasuke, taking the information he had to heart. Because, Itachi continued, the Uchiha clan thought that we were losing power in Konoha. Konoha was made by the Uchiha and Senju. Seeing as there is no more Senju around, the Uchiha clan felt like we should gain back the village. Said Itachi. So they ordered you to kill everyone, whispered Sasuke as tears ran down his eyes. He couldn't believe the Hokage would do such a thing. He had met the Hokage and his family before when his family went out with them. He thought the Namikaze family were good people, even the loudmouths Menma and Mito. Yes, nobody is supposed to come out of this massacre alive. Said Itachi. So you're going to kill me next? Said Sasuke as he looked at his older brother's eyes with sadness. No, I can't kill you, Sasuke, said Itachi as he hugged his younger brother. To me, I love you more than even the village, he said as tears ran down his face. The two had a tender moment, hugging each other as the predicament the two were in was too much to handle alone. What about those who didn't know? Kids, children, babies, said Sasuke. I had to kill them. I pleaded to the Hokage and the elders to at least let me save the innocents, those who didn't even know about the coup, but they didn't want to hear it. They said want everyone dead, but I told them I wouldn't kill you. My precious little brother, they accepted that, he said as he held on to Sasuke. After a while, Itachi let go of Sasuke and looked him in the eye with a serious look, the eyes of a longtime ninja. Sasuke, I must go now. When I leave I want you to remember this, he said. Konoha is a good place, it's just the people in it that has made it as corrupted as it is. Don't trust the council. They may try to tie you up in the village's mess. Make friends that you can trust, and don't be arrogant. Just because you're an Uchiha doesn't mean you're better than everyone else. Become the best ninja you can be, understood? Said Itachi. Hi, said Sasuke. Itachi's eyes softened up and he put his forehead against Sasuke's. I love you, Sasuke. Love you too, Itachi. Itachi then went for Sasuke's neck to make him unconscious, but then added something to his speech. One more thing. If you can, befriend Naruto as Uzumaki Namikaze. He needs someone to be friends with. He will one day change this village, I can tell, said Itachi. Sasuke then felt something hit the back of his neck, and then he blacked out. Flashback end. Sasuke looked at Minato with a fury in his eyes as he continued to point at him. You could have at least saved the innocents. If you had, then my mother. She would still be here with me. But you had to have everyone dead, yelled Sasuke. There were kids. Kids. They haven't even lived their full lives yet. You killed them all, he yelled at Minato. Minato just looked at Sasuke with guilt in his heart. You're acting like you're the victim of how your village is operating, when you're the one who's causing all the bullshit. I hate just looking at you. Being near you makes me sick. And the one I hate the most is the one that is governing this village. What a joke, said Sasuke. Everyone was quiet as they watched the scene. The meeting had brought out more secrets than they thought. The council wasn't ready for the outcome. Minato, said Kushina, right beside her husband. Minato turned his head to see his wife's eyes full of tears. Did you really kill Mikoto-san? She said. Minato just looked at his wife. He felt like shit. He should have known that his actions would catch up to him. With a sorrowful heart, he nodded his head to his wife. Kushina cried out in tears as she ran to the door. She reached for the handle, but the red seal appeared, blocking her hand from it. Naruto, put the seal down, she said in a deadly tone. Now why would I do something like that? Said Naruto with a smile. This meeting is going even better than I thought it would. You're going to see how it ends. Put the seal down, now, yelled Kushina as she stomped up to Naruto. Make me, he said. Kushina went in to punch Naruto, but red chains appeared from his back and wrapped themselves around Kushina. Let me go, she yelled at him. I can't do that. You're going to miss the main event, said Naruto as his smile on his face got wider and wider. Main event? She asked. Why, the executions, of course, he said. Minato appeared in front of Naruto with a three-pronged kunai at his throat. Let my wife go now, he demanded. Maybe you should put that kwani away, or your wife dies, said Naruto. He then tightened the grip he had on Kushina and she screamed out in pain, a little trail of blood coming from her mouth. Minato pulled the kunai away and started to back away. Now then, said Naruto as he got from his seat and rubbed his hands together. Who to kill first? Naruto looked around the room, looking at the ninja and civilians that were in the room. They all were avoiding his gaze, trying the best to not get picked out. Naruto then found someone who would kill first. You, he said as he started walking towards the shaking civilian. Sakura then jumped in front of Naruto, two kunai in hand. I won't let you kill my mother, she said with a fire in her eyes. Oh really now? The little Haruno is defending her mother, even after what she did to you, he said as he started to circle around Sakura. She didn't care if you got any training or not, and sent you out to the ninja world. You could have been killed easily. But she didn't care. All she cared about was the Uchiha. Can you really forgive her for that? caring for someone else more than their own child. The child they rose and took care of to be a ninja, to defend their home. Said Naruto as he continued to circle around Sakura. I don't know who I will feel about this. Said Sakura as she looked at her mother. Mebuki had a look of fear in her eye as she looked at her daughter. Even though I hate her for what I have learned, that is still my mother. I won't let you land a hand on her, Naruto. She yelled at him. Alright, I won't do it. Said Naruto, and Sakura let go of a breath she didn't even know she was holding in. Naruto sure was frightening. For your courage, I won't kill her, now. Said Naruto, making Sakura scared again. I can just find someone else to. Naruto couldn't finish as the door was started to get banged on. To-san, Ka-san. Are you two in there? Said a all-too-familiar voice. What? Naruto said as he looked at the door. Those two voices came only from two people he knew. Two people that he thought was dead. Minato cursed. Naruto now knew that Menma and Mito were alive. Naruto let down the seal on the door and the two bodies came flying through. To-san, we're here now. Said Mito. The two siblings looked around the room and then saw Naruto, their mother still wrapped in his chains. Naruto, said Menma. The two started to back up as Naruto started releasing his ki towards the two. Menma and Mito tried to leave the way they came, but Naruto put the seal back up on the door, trapping them. How are you two alive? Naruto said as he approached his younger siblings. The two got really scared now. The pain they went through a couple days ago was too much to go through again. I saved them, said Kushina. Naruto dropped Kushina to the ground harder. She started to cough and looked up, seeing Naruto right over her. How? Was all he said. I still had a little of the Kyuubi's chakra left in me. I sent I to them with my jutsu and sealed it back up, saving their lives. Said Kushina as she looked at her eldest. Naruto growled at the women. How dare she? She couldn't have let those two die. He gained a wild smile as down at Kushina. That's too bad. It looks like I'll have to kill him again. He said as he turned and started walking towards the shaking siblings. No, I won't let you, said Minato as he appeared in front of his children, blocking Naruto's way from them. Move, said Naruto. Never, said Minato. Then prepare to. Naruto couldn't finish as he fell to the ground. Naruto blacked out. What just happened? Said Minato. Everyone else was just as confused. Minato didn't do anything to Naruto, so what just happened? Suddenly, red chakra surround Naruto. Minato jumped back as arm of chakra reached for him. The chakra kept coming out of Naruto until it started to build upwards into a humanoid form. They all watched as the chakra became a woman. The woman stood around 5'7" with crimson hair that went down her back, stopping right over her bottom. She had on an elegant red kimono made from the smoothest silk ever. She had on black leggings that showed off her curves to everyone. The woman opened her eyes to show that they were also crimson, just like her hair. Her eyes held a black slit in them, making her have a wild look. Her teeth that jutted out her mouth a little added to that wild look. She had a heart-shaped face and the most amazing smile on her face. Coming from her tailbone was 9 flowing tails that were at least 9 feet long. The woman was in a league in her own when it came to beauty. The woman turned her head and looked at Minato directly in the eye and smiled. Been a while, hasn't it, Minato team? Who are you? He asked. Can't you tell? She said as she showed him her tails. I'm the Kyuubi in all her glory, she said with a smile. She quickly turned her body and caught Sasuke's wrist as he had his Chidori fully charged and his Sharingan blazing. Look what we have here, she said. You're the one that put Naruto through all his pain, he said with a glare that was enhanced with his dojutsu. Maybe, but I only caused 6 years of pain, Konoha did the other 6 to him, she replied. She then threw Sasuke to the wall. The seal Naruto put up protected the wall, but Sasuke hit it and went through an intense pain. Oh, I haven't been out the seal in so long. The woman yelled and hugged herself. It feels amazing to feel the air on my skin, oh I love it, the woman said while giving an orgasmic moan. She then saw Naruto's body and rushed to it. I can't have my king on the floor. Where to put him? She said. She then saw the chair that Naruto was in earlier and placed him there, making sure nothing was wrong with him. Kyuubi, said Kushina as she stepped closer to the female. Kushina, said Kurama as she looked at the redhead. It's been so long. You look good, Kurama said with a smirk. What are you doing out the seal? Said Kushina. Well, since the seal is open and me and Naruto have been looking for a way for me to leave the seal. I can only do this for a certain amount of time, seeing that the strain on Naruto's body would be too great. She said as she ran a finger down Naruto's face. Don't touch my son, Kushina yelled. You're the reason he's like this. No, it isn't. Konoha started it, I finished it. She said with a smile as she hugged the unconscious Naruto. Why are you out? Said Minato. I came to talk to you all, knowing that you all have a lot of questions that wish to be answered, so here I am. Said Kurama. I have a question. Said Danzo. What are your plans for the boy? He asked, making Kurama smile. Well, I've always wanted someone to love, and when I met Naruto, I knew that he was the one. I will continue to influence him and make him my perfect king. She said as she rubbed her cheek against Naruto's. Why torture him? Yelled Kushina. Why do all those things to him just to make him listen to you? Because he is stubborn, something he got from his mother. Kurama said as she looked at Kushina. Naruto wanted to live his own life and it wasn't what I wanted from him, so I continued to torture him until he broke and turned to me. That isn't love at all. Yelled Mito, making Kurama look at her. You force yourself on Naruto like he doesn't have any feelings. It was clear that he didn't like you, but you had to make you love you the hard way. You're just selfish. Yelled the red-haired girl to the Kyuubi. I am selfish. Replied Kurama, I took an opportunity I saw and made it even better. I must thank you all, for if it wasn't for you all I wouldn't have my Naruto-kun. He now listened to me without a thought of doubt. He loves me more than anything else on this world. It doesn't get better than that. She said. But why? Why do it that way when you could have truly loved him the way he wanted to? Said Minato. First of all, you have no right to be mad at me about how I treated him. Go look in the mirror, you fool, you all gave me Naruto when you constantly beat him. You all tortured him before I could get my hands on him. Don't act like you all are innocent in this case. She said with a glare. The reason why I didn't love him like he wanted, now that's a different story. She said with an insane smile, creeping everyone in the room out. If I loved him like how the way he wanted, he would be weak. He would be like your average human being. I wanted to toughen him up, be more than you terrible humans, and be something even worse. The perfect demon. The one I had in my mind is the one you see as Naruto today. She said as she looked around the room. He kills without remorse, he loves no one except for me, he can conquer whatever he wants, and can destroy anything that gets in his way. You saw what he did to Shukaku, my younger brother. He destroyed him. The power he used was the one that I gave him, the one that I perfected with him over time. You all want to know more about Naruto to please to his better nature, but he has no better nature. I am his conscience, he only listens to me. The voice he hears in his mind isn't his, but my own. So you want to bargain to save Konoha, said Kurama as she sat in Naruto's lap, then you talk to me. What do you want? Said Minato. Protection, said Kurama, surprising the people in the room. There is a group of people called the Akatsuki, and they are hunting for Jinchuriki. Me and Naruto learned of the group when we're on our travels during the month period before the Chunin exam finals. They hold dangerous ninja and I'm not taking the chance of them capturing Naruto. Protect us, and your village is safe. She said. Deal. We shall provide protection from this group you call Akatsuki, and keep him well protected. Said Minato. Good. Looks like it's back to the seal for me. She said as she got off of Naruto. Wait. Yelled Kushina, getting Kurama's attention. What? She said. Please, I know that Naruto hates them, but please leave my other children alone. Said Kushina. Kurama looked at the pleading mother with a smirk. She never saw Kushina this weak looking. It felt good to see her like this since she was sealed inside the woman for a long time, and now she was pleading for her to stay away from her other two children. I shall for now, said Kurama. And one more thing, she said as she walked to Minato, and then punching him across his face, making him fly back and hit the seal. I've been wanting to do that for years. She said. She then walked up to Naruto and put her hands on the seal on his chest. It's been fun, I'll see you all soon in the future. She said and then turned into red chakra. She then entered the seal, leaving the room they all sat in. I'm glad that's over with, said Minato as he got on his feet and walked towards his sleeping son. We really messed up on you. he said as he looked at Naruto's sleeping face. He then looked up at Sasuke, seeing him glare at him. Please forgive me for what I did to you and your family. I promise that I will do a better job at being a Hokage and making sure you don't go through anything like that ever again. He said as he bowed his head at Sasuke, surprising the people in the room. I don't care what you say. I don't trust you. The only way I would is if I see change in this corrupted village, said Sasuke. Rest assured, it will happen, said Minato as he lifted his head up. Naruto then groaned and opened his eyes. Ugh, what happened? He asked as he then yawned, showing his sharp teeth. Your girlfriend talked to us, said Sasuke. Kurama-chan did. I'll talk to her later about it, said Naruto. He let the seal down that covered the room and started to walk towards the door. Where are you going, Naruto? Asked Minato. I don't know. I don't feel like going to the cell today, said Naruto. You can stay with me for a while, said Sasuke. Really? Asked Naruto with a raised eyebrow. Yes, I think that you would rather be away from them. He then pointed to the Namikaze family, and around someone else you know. You are correct. Let's go, said Naruto. The two started to walk towards the door, but then it busted wide open. Where is he? Yelled someone. Who said that? Said Minato. Down here. They all looked down to see Gamakichi. Gamakichi, said Naruto in confusion. There you are, Naruto buddy, he said as he jumped on his shoulder. Why are you here? Naruto asked. That damn pervert ran off again and I heard that you were here. I haven't seen you in a while so I thought I would just chill with you, replied the frog. You can come with me and Uchiha. I'm going to his house for a while, said Naruto. Good. We can give a guy's night, yelled the frog as he put his webbed hands in the air. He then quickly said, don't ask me what a guy's night is, I'll tell you on the way to the house. With a nod, the two boys and frog left the council room. Minato looked at his son's back as he walked away. He took a deep breath and looked at the council. It seems this council meeting was a success. Konoha is safe for a period of time, said Minato. Some of the people started cheering at the words their Hokage said. Minato looked at Kushina run out of the room, tears running down her face. I have to deal with this now, he whispered and walked out the room with Menma and Mito. Uchiha head house. Naruto, Sasuke, and Gamakichi entered Sasuke's house to see it was nicely furnished and well kept. The floors were clean and everything looked new. Gotta, had it to ya, Sasuke, this is a nice place, said Gamakichi, on top of Naruto's head. Thank you, he replied and the trio sat down on the ground. What do we do no? Asked Naruto. Usually at a guy's night, we would play games. Ya, got anything fun? Gamakichi asked Sasuke. I do have that card game, Sasuke said to himself and left out the room. He came back with a deck of cards, each of them having Uno on the top. All right, Uno is a great game, exclaimed Gamakichi. What is Uno? Asked Naruto. Should have saw that one coming, said Gamakichi to himself. He then looked towards Naruto while shuffling the cards expertly. Listen up, I'm only going to explain this once, said the frog as he explained the rules of the game to Naruto. After a while, Naruto finally got the rules and the trio was about to play, until there was a knock on the door. I got it, Sasuke said as he stood up and answered the door. When he opened it he didn't see anyone there. Who was that? Sasuke said to himself. Duan Hiri, said a voice underneath Sasuke. Oh no, not this idiot, Gamakichi yelled. Underneath Sasuke was a yellow frog with a small blue jacket on and chubby checks. Hey, I heard Big Bro was here, said the frog. Gamatatsu, get out of here. I'm having guys' night with the boys, yelled the red frog. No can do. Pops said I had to stay with you, said Gamatatsu. Damn it. Fine. Come play Uno with us. You better not cause any trouble, Gamakichi said. No problem. Gamatatsu saluted. Azu Namika's estate. Minato entered his and his wife's room. He wanted to leave her alone for some time so she could calm down. He really did feel bad. What he ordered years ago was now catching up to him. He knew he should have left some of the Uchiha alive, but he wanted to make sure that he really was gone of the problem that was in his village. Minato saw Kushina in bed, curled up in a ball. He signed and went to her side of the bed and knelt down. Kushina, said Minato. He didn't receive an answer, but he knew that she was awake. He knew that her keen ninja senses warned her of him entering the room and tried to fake sleep. He understood, though. I know that you can hear me. He said. I just wanted to say that I'm sorry for what I did. I know that Mikoto-san was your first friend when you came to Konoha, and hearing that I made the order to kill her and her family must have hurt you a lot. Kushina was listening to her husband talk to her. She understood that he had to rid of the Uchiha clan or there would be chaos in the village. Even though she knew this, it still hurt that it was her own husband that carried out the Uchiha massacre. I really feel like shit for what I did. I won't even deny that I probably have you feeling betrayed for killing your best friend. I feel even worse when we learnt about Naruto today. I am a terrible husband and Hokage and I know it. People are suffering for my actions and I can't even control some of the people in my village. I want you to know that I will take any punishment that you have in store for me in the future. I'm going to leave now so you can cool down. I just want you to know that I'm sorry and I love you. Said Minato as he rose up and kissed Kushina on her forehead and walked out the room. Kushina had tears going her eyes as she heard the door shut, signaling that she was alone again. Mikoto-san. Kushina whispered and continued to cry. Uchiha Head House. Draw 2, Uno. Said Naruto as he threw down a red draw 2 card. Draw 4, Uno. Said Gamakichi as he threw down another draw 2 card. Draw 6. Biningu. Gamatutsu yelled out and threw down another draw 2 card. It's Uno, not bingo you idiot. Screeched out Gamakichi. Naruto, Gamakichi, and Gamatutsu looked at Sasuke, seeing him sweat bullets. He didn't have a draw card at all in his hands and he already had 8 cards in his hand. He hasn't won a game yet and the other have won their separate times. He then looked up at the group. Maybe we shouldn't play this game anymore, said Sasuke as he started to collect the cards from the boys. Yeah, it's too easy when we play against Sasuke, said Gamakichi with a chuckle. The group moved to the TV and sat around watching a comedy. Gamakichi and Gamatutsu were laughing their frog asses off, Sasuke was chuckling a little, and Naruto just watched, not getting what the man on the TV was talking about. There was another knock on the door, and when Sasuke answered it, he saw a Anbu with a cat mask. Uchiha-san, the Hokage has requested that you see him in his office, said the Anbu. Sasuke growled at the thought of meeting with that person people call Hokage-sama. He then turned his head into the Hosu. I shall be gone for a while. Naruto, you're in charge, said Sasuke. I was in charge even when you were here, said Naruto as he continued to watch the television. HMPH. Let's go, said Sasuke and left with the Anbu. Hokage's office. Sasuke walked in the office to see Minato behind his desk and Sakura standing in front of him. What is going on? Sasuke asked Sakura. I don't know, I was called a few minutes ago, said Sakura with a confused look on her face as well. You too, said Minato, making the genin pay attention. You two are the only people in the village that know anything about my son. Yeah, what about it? Said Sasuke. I need to know more about him, he is my son and I wish for him to get along with his younger siblings, said Minato with a serious look. I'm sorry, Hokage-sama, but I think it might be too late for that, said Sakura. Maybe, but I shall take my chances. I shall send Naruto on a mission with Mito and Menma soon. I want them to get along as much as they can, said Minato. What's the mission? Asked Sasuke. To look for the last Sannin, Tsunade, he said. Who will take the team to find them? Asked Sakura. My sensei, Jiraiya. I want him to also see if he can fix the seal on Naruto. Maybe he could be free from the Kyuubi's influence if we see what has been altered within the seal, said Minato. So what do you wish to know? Asked Sakura. What makes Naruto mad? Being hit by water makes him mad quick, said Sakura. Loud places as well. He has sensitive ears, said Sasuke. He will also start to curse a lot if he is mad, so stay away from him when he does. Favorite things to do? Asked Minato. Sleeping and killing, said Sakura, making Minato shudder at Naruto's activities. Foods. Cooked meat and oranges, said Sasuke. Oranges? Really? Said Minato. He said that oranges was what he mainly ate as a child, said Sakura, Minato shaking his head in guilt when he heard that. Anything else I need to know about him? He asked. Don't get close to him. He really hates people touching him, said Sasuke. If Naruto wants something, let him have it. If you don't, you will have an early ride to heaven, or hell, said Sakura as she looked at her Hokage. Don't touch his tails. Don't stare at him when he eats. Calming music is his favorite type of music. If he digs a hole for him to sleep in instead of a tent, don't ask about it. If he moans in his sleep, don't wake him up. You know what's happening in his mind. Don't wake him up, period. Don't rob him of his sleep. If he asks what something means, just explain it to him, no matter what the subject. Don't try to feed Naruto vegetables, he thinks they are from another planet. He likes to stare at the moon a lot. He said it calms him for some reason, so let him out at night. Don't mention his family around him. Finished Sasuke, looking at Minato with a glare. Don't talk about his family. HMPH, I messed up with that boy for so long, said Minato. If you listen to everything that we listed, then you should be alright with being near him, said Sakura. I thank you both. I shall pay you both the pay of a C-rank mission for this information, he said as he stood from his desk, handed to two genin their money. Thank you, Hokage-sama, said Sakura. HMPH. Sasuke just took his money and started to walk out the door. Before he did, he turned back to Minato. Even if Menma and Mito listen to the rules we stated, he still might kill them. So don't be surprised when they end up dead, said Sasuke as he then left Azu Namika's estate. We have to do what? Yelled Mito as he heard what her father said to them. You two will go on a mission with Naruto and Jiraiya-sensei to look for Tsunade-san. We need her so she can help the injured from the past invasion, said Minato. He going to kill us when he sees us again? Menma yelled as he pulled on his hair. No, he won't. The Kyuubi said that she would hold Naruto back from killing you too, said Minato. The Kyuubi said maybe, yelled out Mito. Please, Mito, calm down, said Minato as he sat down on the couch. I can't. Naruto is going to kill us again now that he knows we're alive. Hell, the only reason we're alive now is because he fell out before he was going to kill us in the council meeting, said Mito. To-san, can't you send someone else with Naruto? Asked Menma. No, this is our mess that we made and we need to fix it. I want you two to go pick Naruto up from Sasuke's house tomorrow. I want you to wait until he wakes up before you take him out. Go get him something to eat or something, walk around the village. Just do something with your older brother, said Minato. Are you sure he won't hurt us? Asked Mito. I promise, said Minato. He then brought out a journal and showed it to his children. Now you two need to remember these rules when around Naruto. The next day Uchiha head house. Sasuke got out from bed when he heard someone knock on his door. He hasn't heard people knock on that door in years, hearing that brought back memories of his younger years. When he came back from the Hokage's office last night, he found Naruto still in front of the TV wondering how it worked, and Gamakichi and Gamtatsu were on his shoulders watching as well. Naruto had a bowl of popcorn in his lap and was feeding it to the little frogs. Naruto asked what he was called for, but Sasuke quickly lied and said it was just to see if you were doing all right. Sasuke answered the door with only the gym shorts that he wore to bed. He opened it to see Menma and Mito at the door. What? Was all Sasuke said. Is Naruto here? Asked Mito, trying not to stare at Sasuke's developing chest. Yeah, he is sleeping, said Sasuke. Can we wait inside until he gets up? Asked Menma. No, said Sasuke and slammed the door in their faces. This is going to be a long day, whispered Menma to himself, and Mito was cursing Sasuke through the door. 2 hours later, Naruto opened his eyes to find that he was in his bed with his tails wrapped around him, under the covers. Naruto looked around to see that Gamakichi and Gamatutsu had squirmed their way into his tails and made a nice bed for themselves. He unwrapped himself, making the frogs fall out of their warm blanket of fur, and got out of bed. Oh, Naruto, you awake? Said a drowsy Gamakichi. Yes, said Naruto as he started to put on his cloths. Naruto started to walk to the dining hall to see Sasuke already there, pouring him some cereal. Morning, said Sasuke. Good morning, Naruto said back. You have company waiting for you at the door, said Sasuke without looking up from his breakfast. Naruto went up to the door and opened it, revealing Menma and Mito sleeping on each other's shoulders. These two, said Naruto with hate in his voice. He should kill these two now. He really didn't want to deal with them. Calm down, Naruto-kun, said Kurama from his mindscape, I don't want you killing him now. I made a promise and I'm going to keep it. For now, she said. Naruto blew out a small flame of frustration from his mouth, before tapping both of his siblings on the shoulder. Wake up, he said. Slowly, the two twins woke from their sleep. Bright sun, Mito yawned out. Where are we? Said Menma. At the Uchiha's house, said Naruto. Instantly, the two jumped up at the sound of the voice and created some distance between Naruto and them. Naruto, it's good to see you, said Mito. Cut the act and tell me why you two are here, demanded Naruto. We just wanted to hang out with you. We feel really bad about everything that has happened between us and want to make it up to you, said Menma. What does hang out mean? Asked Naruto. It means to go in town and be with people you know, said Menma. He couldn't believe that Naruto didn't know what hang out meant. He didn't think he was this socially awkward. Who's making you do this? Said Naruto. What? Nobody. We just wanted to know more about you, said Mito. Bullshit. You two are scared of me. You wouldn't be here unless your father forced you to come here. Answer me truthfully, now, said Naruto, starting to get angry at the two's false tales. Alright, Naruto, said Mito. Two-san wanted us to get to know each other better cause he is going to send us out on a mission in a couple of days. He forced us to learn more about you and try to get close to you, she said. He is a fool if he ever thinks that I would befriend anyone in this dreadful place, said Naruto as he blew out another small stream of flames, scaring the two young Namakazes. But, I haven't been out for a while, so I shall go with you two for a little bit, he said, making the two smile at him. Good. I know just the place to take you to make you smile, said Mito. In town, the trio appeared in front of a small ramen stand, one that looked familiar to Naruto. I haven't been here in a long time, he said. Why? Asked Menma. Cause of a certain incident, said Naruto. The trio walked inside and saw the brown-haired girl wearing an white apron. Ayami ne, said Menma and Mito. Ah, Menma and Mito. How are you two? She said with a smile. The three started conversing between each other, completely forgetting about Naruto. Naruto, on the other hand, was looking at Ayami with a glare that could kill. Ayami, feeling a bit uneasy, turned her head and saw Naruto. Who is this person? She stopped talking as she looked at Naruto for a minute before her whole face started to pale. Naruto, she whispered. Naruto glared at her even harder. This was the woman that he trusted, and she and that old man betrayed him. He would get them back. He couldn't wait. Naruto looked at Ayami and the words that came from him mouth surprised Menma and Mito. Hello, Ayami ne-chan. How have you been? He said. Ayami's eyes widened when she saw Naruto. She hasn't seen the boy in a long time. Not ever since that incident when he was younger. Naruto, you know Ayami? Asked Menma. Yes, I used to eat here a few times when I was younger, said Naruto. Then you know the good food they serve here, said Mito with a smile as she sat down, Menma and Naruto joining her. Hey, Ayami ne-chan, where is the old man? Asked Mito. He out for a bit. He's been working too hard, so I told him I would hold things down for today while he stayed home and rested up, said Ayami with a smile. So what do you all want to eat? She asked. Miso ramen, Menma and Mito yelled at the same time. Coming right up, she said with a smile and turned around to make their order. What about me, him, said Naruto. Yes, what is it that you want, Naruto? She said shakily, making Menma and Mito raise their eyebrows. Chicken flavored for me. Make sure nothing poisonous is inside it this time, said Naruto with a growl. Ayami quickly turned around, not wanting to see Naruto's face anymore. Sue, said Mito as she looked towards Naruto. What do you do for fun, Naruto? She asked. Sleep, kill, eat oranges, he replied. That's it, said Menma. I haven't been able to do a lot of things growing up, said Naruto as he blew smoke from his nose. Ayami turned around and started to give the trio their orders. Miso ramen, order up, she said and hand out the ramen. Thank you Aimane, said Mito and Menma. She was about to give Naruto his order, but jumped at the sight of Naruto holding a small flame in his hand. You know, He said, if I were to set this place on fire, there would be nothing you could do about it. He said as she smiled up at Ayami. Naruto, what are you doing? Said Mito as she put down her chopsticks, almost getting into defensive stances. Menma doing the same. I'm debating on whether this female right here should die or not. Along with that old man of hers. He said with a growl as the flame got bigger a little. Please forgive me, said Ayami as she bowed her head down to Naruto. Please. Me and my two-san felt guilty ever since what happened that night. She yelled out. What are you talking about? Asked a now nervous Menma, not wanting to know that Ayami also did something bad to Naruto growing up. Oh, it was nothing, said Naruto with a fake smile. Just that the first people I thought I could trust betrayed me. He said. Flashback start. A 5-year-old Naruto was walking down the street to his favorite place in the whole village, Ichiraku Ramen. The people who worked there, Tuki and Ayami Ichiraku, had treated Naruto better than anyone in the village. They found him one day a couple months back in alleyway when they were walking home. They helped him and fed him, making him have a taste for the ramen in their ramen shop. Ever since then he would visit almost every day. Naruto walked in the stand with a smiling face as he saw his two favorite people. Ayami ne equals Chan. Tuki Gigi. I'm back, he said as he sat down on a stool. Oh, hello, Naruto, said Tuki with a frown on his face. What's wrong, Gigi? Aren't you happy to see me? Asked Naruto. Tuki put on a fake smile and looked up towards Naruto. Of course I'm happy to see you, kid, he said as he ruffled his hair. Now who wants some ramen? He asked. Me, said the younger Naruto. Ayami put a bowl full of miso ramen in front of his face, making his mouth water. Thank you, he yelled out and started to dig in, not noticing the frowns and the tears on the father and daughter had. Naruto started eating and eating without a care in the world. He really was hungry. All that running he did from the villages today had him. Huh, said a drowsy Naruto. His eyesight started to get bleary and he started to get unbalanced. He looked up to the two shop owners and saw that they were openly crying while they were looking at Naruto. We had to do this, Naruto. Please forgive us, said Tuki. After that, Naruto blacked out. In an alleyway, Naruto groaned as he opened his eyes. He really felt bad, his stomach even worse. He wondered why Ayami and Tuki were looking at him like that when he fell out. Look, the demon is awake, said a voice that woke Naruto straight up. He turned his head to see a massive mob of people staring at him with hate-filled eyes. What's going on? Said Naruto. Those two ramen people actually pulled it off. I thought they would just take our money and run off, said another voice. What do you mean? Asked Naruto. Those two shop owners were paid off by us to make you fall asleep by drugging your food, said a man. They wouldn't do anything like that, yelled Naruto to the mob. The people only laughed at Naruto. Yeah, well, you keep on thinking like that while we beat you. No one in this village loves you, demon, said a man. And with that the mob attacked Naruto. Flashback end. I stayed in that alleyway for 2 days because I couldn't move from the pain I was in. Shouldn't I punish you for what you did? Yelled Naruto and the flame got even bigger. Naruto, stop, yelled Mito. You shall die, and then that old man is next, yelled Naruto. He was about to throw the flame at Ayami, but he then heard a voice. Stop, Naruto, said Kurama. You shall get revenge later, but now is not the time. I don't want you getting worked up right now, Kurama said. Naruto growled at what Kurama said, but then put out the flame in his hand, listening to Kurama. Ayami uncovered her arms from in front of her and looked at him with fear in her eyes. You are lucky that Kurama-chan doesn't want me to kill now, but soon it shall happen and I will enjoy ripping the flesh off of your bones, he said with a growl and left the shop. Menma and Mito looked at each other and put their money on the counter and ran after Naruto, leaving a crying Ayami to herself. With Naruto needed to find some place to calm down. He was really mad at not being able to kill that woman off, but he had to listen to Kurama-chan. He was now walking into the park in Konoha, trying to find a nice tree to lay in. Naruto, he heard two annoying voices say. He turned to see Menma and Mito run up to him. Are you alright, Naruto? Asked Mito. I was never hurt, he said as he continued walking. The trio continued to walk, and Menma and Mito watched as children and parents left the park when they caught sight of Naruto. It saddened to two younger siblings even more to see the segregation that Naruto went through on a daily basis. Naruto then jumped into a big oak tree and sat down. He was done going through the village for now. Hokage's office. All right, Minato, what is it that you want? Asked Jiraiya. I need all the yokai blocking seals that you have, said Minato. Yokai blocking. Why? He asked. For his son, said Danzo, now entering the office. Danzo, how nice it is to see you, said a sarcastic Jiraiya. This isn't a joke, Jiraiya, yelled Danzo, shocking Jiraiya. He is right. We need your strongest yokai blocking seals for my son, Naruto, said Minato. Why, what are you two planning? Asked Jiraiya. When you and my children leave to go find Tsunade, we shall make a new cell for Naruto. He is too dangerous to have him roaming about in the village. As much as it pains me to do it, I have to think about Konoha's safety first, said Minato, Danzo shaking his head to everything Minato said. Are you sure? Asked Jiraiya. If you do make this new cell, then wouldn't your deal with the Kyuubi be put at risk? He asked. Maybe. But if we put Naruto in this new cell that I am developing right now, then he won't be able to leave it, said Minato. That's why I need you to take your time in finding Tsunade, because we are going to need a lot of time to make this new cell if it is going to hold Naruto inside, said Minato. Where is the new cell located? Asked Jiraiya. Minato pointed right underneath him. Underneath the Hokage's office. I have my ninja in there right now expanding the area that would hold Naruto, said Minato. The whole cell will be in the shape of a dome, said Danzo. Seals will cover the walls and there will be a narrow walkway that goes to the middle of the dome. This is where the boy shall be held down at. We shall make reinforced handcuffs with seals on them as well as compartments on the ground to lock his tails in as well. He won't be leaving this cell. The only problem we would have would be actually placing the boy in the cell. But once we have him, he won't escape, explained Danzo. Jiraiya rubbed his chin in thought about the idea. It was a good idea. Naruto being directly underneath Minato would make it easy to access to Naruto. The idea of the cell being a dome was even better. He could have watching eyes on Naruto at all times. This truly could work. All right. I'll go find the kids now and tell them that we're leaving in 2 hours to find Tsunade. On the road I might train Mito and Menma, seeing as Naruto won't want any from me. This would also buy you more time to build the cell while keeping Naruto in the dark. We should make something for Naruto to wear so we can compress some of his strength while on the road, though, said Jiraiya. What about a straitjacket? Asked Minato, making Jiraiya smile. Later outside Uchiha clan estate. Naruto, Menma, and Mito were walking back to the Uchiha clan estate. After leaving the park, they decided to go back home, seeing as there was nothing else to do. Menma and Mito looked at Ayami differently from what they did to Naruto when he was young. Even good people like them were able to be bought off by money. Naruto then turned around to the two siblings, getting a good look at them. You two were saved by our mother during the finals. I have come to an agreement not to kill you since I am under the protection of Konoha, but make no mistake. Give me a reason to kill you and I will understood, he said, and getting a nod from the two. Good, he said and started to walk away. Just in time, Jiraiya appeared in front of him. Before you all split up, I need to say something, he said. What? I have things to do, said Naruto. Tomorrow we shall leave to go on a mission to find Tsunade. Minato wants her because we need her to help with the injured from the invasion. Once we find her, we shall return to Konoha with success, he said to them. What time do we meet? Asked Menma. 7 a.m. sharp. Pack for a month trip. That is all. See you tomorrow. And then Jiraiya disappeared. The next day Konoha gates. Naruto walked up to the gates to see Menma, Mito, and Jiraiya already there. Naruto had sealed up all his belongings in a storage scroll so he didn't need to bring a backpack. Good, we're all here, said Jiraiya. We now just need to wait for your father, said Jiraiya. Why, isn't father staying in the village? Asked Mito to the perverted sage. Yes, but he needs to give me something important, said Jiraiya while looking at Naruto. While they were waiting, the last person they all expected to walk up to them did. Hinata, said Menma as he looked at the pale beauty. Hello, Menma-kun, she said and walked up to him. What are you doing here? He asked. I came to talk to you, she said and then looked at the rest of the group. In private. She finished. Getting the hint, Mito and Jiraiya walked to the side, out of hearing distance. Naruto, though, stayed where he was. Ah, Naruto-san, said Hinata, getting his attention. Would you please leave me and Menma-kun alone for a second? She asked with a smile. With a grunt and a small stream of flames from his mouth, he walked aside and jumped in a tree, closing his eyes. So what is it that you want? Asked Menma as he looked at Hinata with distrust. Please listen to me, she began. I know that we haven't talked in a while because of what I said, and I deserved it. I didn't believe in you when you believed in me. It must have hurt hearing that from the person you trust the most. But please believe that I've been staying up at night crying because I realized that what I said could jeopardize our relationship. I wanted to come to you sooner, but I was too scared to hear what you would say about me. She said as tears started to run down her face. I'm so sorry, Menma-kun. I should have done better and believed in you, please understand. I didn't want for you to get hurt by fighting Neji, that's why I said what I said. Please forgive me, she wailed out and put her head on his shoulder. Menma just looked down at the crying body that was leaning on him. He really did want to talk to Hinata, but just the thought of what she said about him pissed him off. He really didn't want to see her at the time, but now was the time to really sort this out. He put his arms around her and took her in close. I forgive you, Hinata-chan. You are lucky that I'm such a good guy, he said with a grin when Hinata lifted her head to see his face. You really mean that? She said with wide eyes. Yes, you know that I still love why. He couldn't finish his sentence as Hinata pushed her lips upon his own, making his eyes widen before leaning at the kiss himself. After separating, they both put their foreheads together, looking at each other's eyes. Thank you, she whispered with a smile. You're welcome. When I come back I'll spend some time with you, all right? He said and got a nod in reply. With another quick kiss, Hinata left feeling better than she has in a long time. Menma turned his head to see Mito having a smile on her face and Jiraiya with her cheeks puffed up, trying his best to hold in his laugh. Shut up, said Menma, already knowing what was about to happen. You're whipped. Pussy whipped, pussy whipped, pussy whipped. Laughed out Jiraiya. He stopped laughing and started to yell in pain when Mito kicked him in the nuts. Hard. Shut up, Ero-sensei, said Mito and then hugged brother. Good job, bro. Yeah, I appreciate it, he said and returned the hug. When they let her go, a familiar yellow flash appeared in front of them. Hey, how's everyone? Said Minato with a smile. Oh, hey there Minato, said Jiraiya, apparently healed from the kick her received. What are you doing here, Tu-san? Asked Mito. I need to see Naruto, he replied. He walked to the tree that Naruto was in and called out to him. Naruto, I need to give you something, he said. Naruto looked down at the Hokage. He just wanted to leave as soon as possible, so he just decided to get down with this. He then floated down to Minato, surprising everyone there. You just flew, said Mito. How? Don't worry about it. What do you want? Asked Naruto. I need you to wear this while you are away, said Minato and got out a scroll and opened it. A puff of smoke appeared and when it died down it revealed a white straitjacket. Naruto just looked at the straitjacket. It was white with the arms having extra long sleeves. There were buckles going down the front and stopped at the bottom of the jacket. There were belts that went around the jacket to hold down the arms that would wrap the arms in the front. Naruto looked up at Minato with a dead look. Minato had a smile on his face and sweat going down the side of his face. What is this for? Asked Naruto. Oh, you know, it's the latest fashion and I thought that you woo. Why are there yokai blocking seals on it? Asked Naruto. I don't know. Who put those there? Maybe you should check it on the inside while wearing it. You want me to wear that? Asked Naruto. Comma dot dot. Comma dot dot. Dot dot dot. Comma dot. Comma dot. Comma dot. Maybe. If you are this scared to talk to a little boy then you don't deserve to be Hokage. So tell me the purpose of this thing you call the latest fashion. Said Naruto. Alright, it's a straitjacket. I need you to wear it just in case you go crazy and we have something to hold you down with. Explained Minato. Naruto just looked at Minato with the same look he gave him earlier. He looked at the jacket and then got it from his arms. You could have least made it black or red, said Naruto as he took off his hoodie and replaced it with the jacket. Naruto finally had the jacket on and the sleeves were touching the ground. Now what? Said Naruto. He could feel his yokai repressed, but he could still break out of it if necessary. I got the rest, said Minato as he got the long sleeves and wrapped them around Naruto. He then locked him up in the buckles, finally trapping him in the jacket. There, all done, said Minato with a fake smile as he looked at his eldest son. I feel strangely comfortable in this. I shall wear it for now, said the boy as he turned his head and started to walk out the gates, his tail swaying in the air. Make sure he doesn't get into too much trouble, said Minato as he watched Naruto's retreating back. Sure, you just focus on the project that you have started, said Jiraiya, getting a nod from Minato. The Hokage then turned to his two children and hugged them. You two stay safe. Try to get close to your brother. He really needs it. Also, don't ask about the jacket, just know that it had to be done, he said, and getting a nod from the two. He then disappeared with a yellow flash. All right, you two, we're out, said Jiraiya as he started to march out the village, the two genin following. In Wave, Saku, Yakumo, Fu, Dosu, and Kin were currently running for their lives. Why do you ask? Well, it was just on off Zabuza's training programs, which brat can last the longest. When the group came to Wave, they were instantly taken in by Zabuza and Haku. They all lived in a big mansion that Tazuna made them. They quickly told Zabuza the situation of Naruto sending him over to be a part of Wave, and Zabuza said that he would start them on their training. He realized that all the kids had potential, but they had to go through his training routines to get to even greater heights. The group, on the other hand, have been greatly enjoying the change of lifestyles of their old ones to the new, even if they have to deal with Zabuza. They finally felt like they had a family between each other, something all them didn't have any more of, never even had before. The people of Wave welcomed them with open arms, making them feel even better about their new home. Everything was going great at their new home. Yeah, right. Saku had to duck as Zabuza tried to cut him in half from his midsection. What the fuck, Zabuza-sensei, yelled Zaku. You could have killed me. That's the point. If you die here, then Naruto won't have any use to you, and we don't need weaklings here, yelled the ex-mist ninja. While the young ninjas were running for their lives, Haku was on the beach getting a tan. Ah, I love this place, said Haku. She turned her head to watch the sight of her adopted father hack and swing at the kids. She could see the smile that he had behind his bandages that covered his mouth and that made her smile. He really is happy here. If he is happy, then I am happy as well. Thank you, Naruto-sama, said Haku as she returned to her tan in the sun. Outside Konoha, Naruto, Mito, Menma, and Jiraiya were walking the path through the forest at a slow pace. Naruto was looking back at Jiraiya, feeling his eyes trained on his back. What? Said Naruto. Nothing, said Jiraiya as he turned his head. Why are we going to find this woman at such a slow pace? Asked Naruto, making Jiraiya sweat. We aren't in a hurry, plus I bet it won't be hard to find Tsunade anyway, said Jiraiya, coming up with a quick excuse. You're lying. I can tell that you are. If we are finding Tsunade to heal the people in the hospital that suffered a lot of damage from the invasion, then shouldn't we be moving at a faster pace? Are you hiding something? Naruto quickly annailed, making Jiraiya sweat even more. Come on, Jiraiya. Come up with an excuse that is actually true. I can't let Naruto get suspicious, thought Jiraiya. All of a sudden, a light bulb appeared over his head, an idea formed in his mind. It's because I need to train these two on some things. Right, Menma, Mito, said the man, nudging them in their ribs. Yeah, I need help developing my chakra chains, said Menma. I need to practice my Hara-ishin, said Mito. Naruto looked at the smiling group suspiciously, before tuning his head and jumping into a tree. He didn't want to deal with these humans now. Mindscape. Naruto walked into the master bedroom to see Kurama sleeping. He looked at her with a smile. She really was beautiful to him. He laid it next to her, not trying to wake her up. He wrapped his arms around her, his action causing her to wake from her sleep. You're Naruto? She asked. Yes, I tried not to wake you, he said. No, it is fine. I need to get out the bed anyway, she said. She then looked at Naruto, see he was laid out on the bed, and she got a devious smirk on her face. Next thing Naruto knew, he felt Kurama climb on top of him, sitting on his midsection. He looked up to see that cocky smirk she always held. You know, she said. It's been a while since we done it. You being so busy, she said and started to kiss his neck making him groan out. Do you want to? He asked. You know I always want to, she said. Lemon. Naruto lifted her head up and mushed his lips against hers, making them both moan. It was they were naturally attracted to each other, always want to be near each other. Kurama started to trail her hands down to Naruto's hoodie before going underneath it and rubbed her soft hands against his abs. He ran his hands through her long, crimson hair. She continued to rub on him until she lifted his hoodie and shirt off of, throwing them across the room. She licked her lips when she saw his firm six-pack, something he got from her training. She kissed all over his stomach, making him groan even more. She kept going lower and lower until she made it to his pants. She smirked as she pulled them down, along with his boxers, in one go. Her mouth watered as she started at his 6.5-inch dick. It was throbbing from Kurama's past actions, and it looked like it needed release. Oh, she said as she covered her mouth in a fake surprise. Did I do that? She asked. Naruto smirked before pointing at Kurama's privates as well. She looked down and saw that she had a wet stain on her leggings. Did I do that? Mocked Naruto, making Kurama laugh at him. Funny, you won't be mocking me for long, she said as she lowered down to his dick and taking it whole in her mouth. She started to make a slurping sound as she continued with her actions. She was rubbing his chest while sucking on his cock. Naruto put his hands on the back of her head, making her take in more of her. He was grunting as pleasure he was receiving was too much for him to handle. His wet, hot mouth was taking him in a fast pace. He could feel that he was getting closer. Kurama noticed that Naruto started to move around a little, telling him that he was close. That didn't slow her down a bit, actually making her go faster as she wanted to taste his seed. After a while, Naruto started to pant, and with a shout of Kurama-chan, he released in her mouth, Kurama taking it all in and swallowing it all down his throat. She let go of his dick with a pop sound and looked up towards Naruto. It seems you like that, she said with the same smirk from earlier. With a growl and a use of his wind mastery, all of Kurama's cloths were slashed to pieces, revealing her sexy-ass body. Naruto then flipped her over with him on top. I'm aren't the only one who is going to enjoy what's to come, Naruto said. He then started to rub against Kurama's pussy, making her moan out. Naruto, go ahead, she whispered, and with that Naruto lowered down and licked the side of her pussy, making her moan again. Naruto was going around her core, before fully putting his tongue inside of her, making her scream out. Naruto, eat me, please, she yelled, and he replied by licking everywhere inside of her. She was squirming around on the bed as he continued to eat her out. She tasted sweet to him and he would gladly continue to eat her out. Kurama started to kick around, feeling a sensation welled up in her chest. Naruto, I'm coming, she screamed out, and with it came her juices that Naruto licked up. She continued to gush out and he happily continued to take it all in. He wanted to please Kurama, and he was glad that he was doing such a good job. When she stopped, Naruto looked at her with a smirk, the same that she had on earlier. Well now, you sure were moving a lot, he said. Kurama blushed at her actions. She couldn't believe that he made her squirm around like that. Usually she was the dominate one, but now that Naruto has accepted her love, he would be all over her. She wasn't ready when she felt Naruto pierce her down below, making her scream out. Ah, Naruto, she screamed. Naruto started to slowly thrust in and out, letting her get used to the sudden invader down below. Kurama then started to match his thrust, signaling that she was ready to continue. Faster, she commanded. Naruto nodded and started to go faster. The sound of wet skin hitting each other filled the air. Naruto and Kurama's panting started to get louder and louder as they went on with the sex session. Yes. Go harder. Deeper, Naruto-kun, she yelled out at him. She put her arms around his neck, pulling him closer to her own body. Naruto went in for a quick kiss and he went harder on Kurama. Kurama, having her tongue on the side of her mouth, was speechless of the feelings that were going through her body right now. She had always forced Naruto to be intimate with her, and now that he was doing it willingly made the sex even better. Kurama-chan, said Naruto, I'm getting closer. He finished with a grunt. Inside. Ah. Do it inside. She yelled. With a final grunt and thrust, he exploded inside of his mate, making her yell out in pleasure and hit her own climax. Naruto landed on top of Kurama, his face in between her massive breast. Kurama bent her head down a little and kissed the top of his head. She went down to his ear and whispered. Round 2. She asked. She got her reply when Naruto started thrusting again. Lemon end. At Konoha, Kurenai, Kakashi, Guy, and Asuma, 4 Jonin of Konohagakure, were panting in front of 2 S-class criminals, Itachi Uchiha and Kasama Hoshigaki. Kakashi had signaled them early to follow them at a coffee shop, wondering why the two were here. They answered with looking for the Kyuubi's Jinchurikis. They instantly started to fight, Asuma and Kurenai being on the losing side. Kakashi then came to save the day, saving Kurenai from Kasama's wrath, but that was only for a moment, as they were pushed into a corner again. Guy then appeared in front of the Jonin, telling his comrades of the counter-strategy he had when going up against the Sharingan. Before they could even fight, Kakashi started a conversation with Itachi, gaining everyone's attention. Itachi, why are you looking for the Hokage's children? Asked the masked ninja. For reasons of my own. Replied the silent Uchiha. You know, Sasuke told the council of what you did, or forced to do. Said Kakashi, Itachi's eyes opening wide for a second before closing them. I see. Then the Hokage realizes his mistakes. Asked Itachi. Yeah, but it's a long road ahead. Said Kakashi. Enough small talk, where are the Jinchuriki? Asked Itachi. They aren't here. They are long gone with Jiraiya. You won't find them. Said Kakashi. A shame, we shall now leave. Said Itachi. Kisame and Itachi vanishing from sight. Later that day, Sasuke walked up the stairs in the hospital. He heard that Kakashi was fighting some rogue ninja in the village that got through Konoha's walls. He walked up the stairs and then heard something that made his heart stop when he walked through the doorway. I heard that Itachi Uchiha was in the village looking for the Jinchuriki. Is it true? Asked a random Jonin. What? Yelled Sasuke, his dojutsu activating from what he heard. Everyone in the room looked towards Sasuke's direction, then they saw him dash off. Damn it, tell the Hokage of the situation. Said Kakashi, getting a bad feeling of the situation at hand. At a town inside the land of fire. Oh, so many pretty women around. Said Jiraiya with stars in his eyes as he looked at the women in the area in a perverted way. Come on, Ero Sennin. We have to check into the hotel. Whined Mito, really wanting to get some sleep. Then, a sexy-ass female passed by Jiraiya and winked at him, making his heart flutter. Here, this is the room key. You 3 go up there and do whatever siblings do as a family. He said and threw the key at Menma. They watched as Jiraiya ran off, leaving the trio by themselves. Let's just go and get some rest. Said Menma, getting a nod from Mito and a silent stare from Naruto. They all walked into the room and got comfortable, before heading to bed. Late night. Naruto woke from his sleep as he heard someone knocking on the door. He looked over at Mito and Menma to see they were sleeping. Naruto made them share a bed since he said that he wasn't sleeping with either one of them, putting some killer intent behind his words to show that he was serious. Naruto got out his bed to show that he was wearing black gym shorts, not another article of clothing on his body. He walked up to the door before opening it. Who are you? Asked Naruto with a bored look. No one. I need the Jinchuriki of the Kyuubi. Said the mystery man. Naruto looked at the man's Sharingan and knew instantly who he was talking to. You're Itachi Uchiha. Said Naruto. Itachi was surprised that the holder of the Kyuubi's soul knew who he was. He was more surprised when the genjutsu he tried to put on the boy when they made eye contact shatter. How do you know me? Itachi asked bluntly. You some I admire. Killing all of those Uchihas must have been fun. Personally I hate the Sharingan, the same thing that you are staring at me with. Said Naruto with a smirk, hoping that he could get under Itachi's skin. Itachi held the growl inside of him and looked at Naruto with an blank look. I don't care, I need the Jinchuriki, show them to me. He said. Naruto was thinking of the whole situation that he was put in right now. Apparently, the Uchiha didn't know that he held all of Kurama's chakra, and still thought that Menma and Mito did instead. A smirk on Naruto's face appeared as his kitsune ways activated the secret trickster in him. Sure. Come inside, said Naruto, recalling his tales inside of him. No need for them to be suspicious. Kisame and Itachi raised their eyebrows at this. They didn't think that Naruto would be so cooperative. They walked into the room and saw a sleeping Menma and Mito, proving that Naruto was true to his word and this wasn't a trick. Kisame walked over to the two sleeping Jinchuriki, before putting them on his shoulders. He made sure to check the seal on their bellies. When he saw them, he was sure these were the ones they were looking for. Thanks, kid, said Kisame. Usually, the people close to the Jinchuriki would try to fight back, but it seems that you're different. He said with a smile. I am not close to those two. I hate them. You all can take them if you want, I won't deal with them. Good doing business with you, said Naruto with a smile and got back in the bed. He finally got rid of Menma and Mito, and he could saw that he wasn't the one that killed them. He could play a prank on the Akatsuki and get away scot-free from the murder of Menma and Mito. The two S-class ninjas looked at Naruto return to his slumber, before looking at each other. This never happened before. Thanks again, kid. I actually like you, said Kisame. Naruto just waved his hand at the man, not looking up from the pillow his face was currently in. The pillow was just so soft. Almost like a certain kitsune demoness breast. Hey now, nothing compares to these right here, said Kurama from Naruto's mind, making him smile in agreement. He did get to personally hold her glorious orbs of amazingness. Itachi closed the door behind them, making sure to not disturb Naruto. He really did make the job easier, so he should repay him by not disturbing him any longer. You know, if there were more people like him in the world, I might actually have friends. Kisame joked. The two walked down the hall, quite happy how things went for them. Jiraiya suddenly appeared at the end of the hall they were walking, a woman in his arms. Putting a woman under a genjutsu. That's just wrong, said Jiraiya as he set the women down gently. We had to distract you somehow, said Itachi. How did you get the two kids? Said Jiraiya, noticing his two pupils on Kisame's shoulders. The door they just came from slammed open and Naruto walked out of it, angry as hell. You couldn't have just waited a few more minutes until they left, shouted Naruto, waking the two siblings from their sleep. What's going on? They were silenced when Kisame hit them on the back of the neck. Naruto, you did this, said Jiraiya. No, they came and wanted the Jinchuriki of the Kyuubi, and I gave them the Jinchurikis, said Naruto with a smirk. But you have all the power of the Kyuubi now. You did take it from them during the Chunin exams, right? Asked Jiraiya, making Naruto slap his head at Jiraiya's stupidity. You tricked us, said Itachi, making Kisame drop Menma and Mito on the ground and focus on Naruto. I'm glad the pervert came up. If we came back with these two, then we probably would be killed by Leader Sama, said Kisame. The sound of sandals hitting the ground caught everyone's attention as they looked at the staircase. Sasuke then appeared, his Sharingan blazing. Naruto, where is he? Yelled a frantic Sasuke. He saw Naruto huff and point his finger towards Itachi. The two brothers looked at each other for a while, taking in their appearances. Kisame, handle them, said Itachi as he pasted by Naruto to his brother. All right, time to fight. Suiten, water shark bullet. He yelled and sent a shark made from water towards Naruto. It didn't make far as the shark was cut up in air. What just happened? Asked Kisame. He then saw the look in Naruto's eyes that promised pain. Itachi, I think we need to switch opponents, said Kisame as he prepared for Naruto's wrath. Other side of hallway. The two brothers were gazing at each other, looking into each other's eyes, seeing the difference between the two ever since they last saw each. You've gotten taller, said Itachi. You look old, said Sasuke. The two brothers shared a small laugh. Itachi, I think I need some help over here. How are things in Konoha? Asked Itachi. Not too good. I had to tell the Hokage about his corrupted village and tell the council about what the Hokage made you do, said Sasuke. Surely there must be some kind of distrust between the people of Konoha, said Itachi. Itachi, I need some help. That's my shoulder you're stepping on. Are you friends with Naruto? Asked Itachi, ignoring his partner's cries for help. He doesn't trust anyone, so he doesn't think that we're friends. But I think we are, said Sasuke. That's good. He needs people to get along with, said Itachi. Snap. ARRRRGGGGGHHHHH. Itachi. Get your ass over here. He's beating me with my own sword. That's not supposed to be POSSIBLARRRRGGGHHH. My fish stick. Your partner is annoying, said Sasuke as he listened to Kisame's yells of pain. Try working with him. Smells like salt water. That Naruto is very strong, said Itachi. Very, as you can see, said Sasuke. Holy shit. Stop. Why is that perverted man just sitting there laughing? Help me for Kami-sama's sake. I should go. I must make sure I don't get caught and that Kisame doesn't die, said Itachi as walked up to Sasuke and put his hand on his younger sibling's shoulder. Take care, Sasuke. When we meet again, I know. Run, SAMAHADA. This kid's crazy. What the hell? Did tails just come out this kid's ass? Let go off my leg, you demon. Snap *ARRRRGGGHHHH. IIIITTAAAACCCCCCHHHHHIIIIIIII. HELPPPPPPP. What I tried to say before I was interrupted was that I know you shall get even stronger. I know that you will change Konoha for the better, said Itachi. Brother, thank. Oh my god. What are you doing? Have the damn kids, just let me live. I don't want to die a virgin. Please, I admit it. Show mercy crunch, snap *R. Thank you, brother, said Sasuke. The two then hugged, not having done that in a while. Why the fuck are you hugging for? Help me. I need medical attention. SAMAHADA left me to die. That piece of shit of a sword. The next time I see it I'm going to *crunch *GGAAAAHHHHH. Not again. The two brothers let go of each other and Itachi walked back to Kisame. Naruto currently had his hands around Kisame's neck, choking him to death. I must leave. May you please put down my partner? Asked Itachi. Naruto just looked at Itachi, before throwing Kisame on the ground. Kisame quickly crawled up to Itachi, trying to get away from the demon before them. Finally, let's go. Now, yelled the shark man. Itachi grabbed Kisame and ran out the building. Jiraiya was trying to recover from all the laughing he was doing that he didn't even notice them. That was fun, said Naruto as he looked at himself. He was covered in blood, something that made him happy. The shark man really made a good punching bag. Oh my god, that was the funniest thing I have ever seen, said Jiraiya. He then got up from the floor and picked up Menma and Mito. He then looked up at Naruto and glared. Why aren't you in the straitjacket? He asked. I have to be in it while I sleep, asked Naruto. Yes, the only time you don't have to have it on is when you are taking a shower. Now go back to the room, said Jiraiya. Sasuke walked up to Naruto and put his hand out to the demon boy. Naruto, I need to thank you for everything that you have done for me. Sakura, too. There's no telling how I could have ended up if you didn't come and help us out, he said. Naruto looked at the hand for a couple seconds, before extending his hand out and shook his hand. Thank me if you want, I just didn't want a weak team, said the demon boy. He then went inside the hotel room, leaving Sasuke in the hallway by himself. No Naruto, it's just that Fox that's holding back your emotions, said Sasuke as he headed down the stairs, ready to go back to Konoha. Couple days later, after the whole hotel fiasco, the group continued their search for the slug Sanin, Tsunade. Jiraiya had got a hint from a bartender that she was in Tanzaki town, the perfect place to find Tsunade with all the casinos that was there. They took a couple days to find her, but they now stood in front of the woman and her assistant that held a pig. The two were currently sitting in a booth with Tsunade drowning a bottle of liquor. Tsunade, said Jiraiya as he stared at the woman, and then her breast. Jiraiya, said the blonde-haired beauty. She hasn't seen the old pervert in a while. Jiraiya sat himself down in the booth. The three siblings had to stand and watch, seeing as there wasn't enough room for the three of them in the booth. Tsunade, Tsunade, Tsunade. Truly, an amazing sight to see. It's been a long while, said Jiraiya. Cut the crap, you old perverted man. What do you want with me? You didn't come out here for me just to talk about my beauty, she said. Yes, I came for other reasons, but first I must ask, how have you been? It seems the years haven't done a thing to your looks, said the pervert. I'm fine, you old toad. This is my assistant, Shizune. She has been with me during my travels, said the Sannin. Good to meet you, Shizune-san, said Jiraiya, getting a nod from the women. He then turned his head to the person he came to talk to. Listen, I won't beat around the bush and get straight to it. Minato wants you back in Konoha. We had an invasion planned against us by the Sand and Oto, but we still won. We still need you to come back and help the medical ninjas in the village. You shall also take over the hospital itself for reasons. No, she said. What? Why? Asked Jiraiya. Why would I go back to that stupid village? That place had done nothing but hurt me. I don't wish to follow a young fool anyway, said Tsunade, making Mito and Menma mad. How could you say that about Tu-san? Yelled Mito. Tu-san is a good Hokage, yelled Menma. No, he isn't, and I hate Konoha. All the people I have lost in that village was too much for me. That village can burn for all I care, said Tsunade, getting yells from the two siblings in denial. Tsunade wasn't worried about them, she was more interested at Naruto, who was just looking at them with a blank look. He seemed like the most civil of the group. Hey you, kid, why aren't you saying anything? Don't you want to defend your father? Asked Tsunade. You are pathetic, said Naruto, and he turned his head, looking around in the bar. What did you say? Asked an angry Tsunade as she looked at Naruto. You saw that you hate Konoha for you have lost to many people that you cared about there. It isn't Konoha's fault that they died, but their own. There are people in Konoha who have lost precious people as well, but you don't see them running away from home, gambling all their money away. You are pathetic and a coward, said Naruto. Tsunade saw red and moved Shizune out her way so she could approach Naruto. She then grabbed him by the collar and lifted him up to her face. Want to say that again? She said dangerously. You are pathetic and a coward, said Naruto with a dead look. I don't have time to deal with you, so let me go. I don't have time to deal with bitches today. Tsunade reared her arm back and was about to hit Naruto across the face, but her arm of red chakra coming from Naruto's shoulder caught the punch. What is this? Asked Tsunade as she jumped back away from Naruto, the red chakra burning her skin. My power. Don't tell me you are scared of them, said Naruto. You are too cocky for your own good, said Tsunade with a glare. I don't care, now return to Konoha with us. I wish to sleep in peace there, said Naruto. How about a bet? Said Tsunade. What? Replied Naruto. We fight outside. If you win, I go to Konoha with you. If I win, you give me all your money, said the Sannin. Let's get this over with, said Naruto. You should surrender, seeing as you can't move in that straitjacket, I win automatically, said Tsunade with a smirk. She frowned when she saw Naruto make his red chakra arms appear on his shoulders. I can fight with these, said the boy. How can you use your yokai? Asked Jiraiya. The seals in the jacket should block all yokai movement. Realize who you are talking about. I broke out the seal my father surrounded me with, just a few seal won't stop me. He then turned to Tsunade. Ready to lose? He asked. Ready to win, that is, she said, and they walked outside. That will be it for this video. If you want more, comment down below, like, subscribe. And see you guys later.